In this video, we watch the most informative error message ever, we struggle with some plastic, we open up a disk drive, and we play a game. A dear friend of mine has this Xbox One that suddenly stopped working, and if it wasn't made by Microsoft, the error message would have been a joke. Something went wrong. Right. The website mentioned on the bottom of the screen presents the usual solutions that never work, so we're going to have to do this one ourselves. Let's open this thing up and see what we can find. First, pry loose this cover on the side. Then slide out this bit of plastic. To get this bit loose, you need to pull the large part and press on the small part. It takes quite a bit of force. If they separate, you can shove in a plastic ice cream spoon to keep them separated while struggling with the backside, which is always a bit more difficult to wiggle in your tool. Right. Microsoft, much like Apple, likes to make the chance as high as possible of having you break their devices when trying to repair them. This one is the very thin and fragile flat cable trick, which will break if you lift off the cover. Disconnect this cable like this before lifting the cover any further. To get the metal cover off, we need to remove a couple of long screws. One is behind the wireless board, so let's remove that one first. I'll reattach the wireless board so it won't get damaged while handling the loose cover. We have to remove the antenna cable and this speaker connector to be able to remove the metal cover. Then there is one more cable to disconnect before we can remove it. Since the hard disk is the most usual suspect, because it's the only thing mechanical in there, except for the fan of course, let's see what it does when we connect it to an external hard drive casing. But first we need to remove it from its little throne. I have no idea why I'm removing these screws before disconnecting the hard drive connector from the board. I would recommend disconnecting the cables before removing the screws to prevent any damage to the board or the cables. Then we detach it from the connector and connect it to a laptop using an external hard disk adapter and a USB cable. When disassembling devices, I like to make a rough sketch of the device and stick everything I remove to it with sticky tape. In this way it is easier to reassemble and it prevents the loose bits from playing hide and seek with us, which is often their idea of fun. The disk doesn't show up in the disk manager and we hear the familiar clicking sound of a failed hard drive. I opened it up because occasionally mechanical drives get physically stuck, which can sometimes be solved by giving the heads a little push, but that didn't work either. Fortunately, these 500 GB drives are not very expensive anymore, so we got ourselves a new one. Now before we can use the drive, we need to format it in such a way that the Xbox is able to use it. For this we download the script from the website below. When we download the script from the website, we can run it as administrator and it will flawlessly format our new drive to the Xbox One format. After starting the script, I chose the option for Replace Upgrade without a working original drive, and then a little menu is shown where you have to select the drive you want to format. After selecting the correct drive, all the necessary partitions are created and we are ready to install the drive into the Xbox. Reconnect the black cable and reconnect the antenna and the speaker. To reinstall the plastic cover, I separated the front panel from the top panel. They are held together with plastic clips. Now it is easier to reconnect the anti-ride to repair feature and the front panel. Then the top cover easily clicks into place. Now download the Xbox One initialization files using the link below ending with OSU1. Extract the files from the downloaded zip file and copy the system update folder to an empty NTFS formatted USB stick. Put the stick into the USB port on the back of the Xbox and choose the offline update from the menu. In real time this process takes a while, so I will give you the short version with the most exciting highlights. And there we have it, a well-working Xbox One and most importantly, a happy friend. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you already haven't, and I hope you will join me in the next one. Bye then!